Is grain-free the same as gluten-free? Now, by now, you've probably been aware of the gluten-free craze, but you may have not heard so much about going grain-free. If that's you, then you may have been wondering this very question. Sound familiar? You are in the right place. I'm here to answer that question, plus give you expert, been there, done that advice in today's video. Let's get started. Hi, I'm Dr. Kelly Shockley, Doctor of Cause, chiropractic, board certified in sports medicine, and specialized in clinical nutrition. In this video, we are going to end the confusion between going gluten-free or grain-free. Then we'll cover the most common misunderstanding for going grain-free. And finally, I will be sharing with you the only effortless strategy for going grain-free. There is plenty to eat and it's all delicious. Let's dive on in. All right, let's answer this question of what is the difference between gluten-free and grain-free, or are they the same? Let's get rid of this confusion right now. So let me give you the definition of gluten-free first, okay? Ultimately, in order to do that, I need to tell you what gluten actually is. So gluten is a combination of different proteins that you will find in your wheat, barley, oats, rye, and some other types of grains. Gluten, the way I like to think about it is it's the glue. It's what binds those grains together and helps give shape to your breads or your cakes, your muffins. That is the role of gluten. Now, the simple meaning for gluten-free is completely avoiding those types of grains that contain gluten. So that's gluten-free. Pretty easy peasy. But what in the world does it mean to go grain-free? So grains are actually seeds or grasses. And guess what? Grains are what we were just talking about. It's your wheat, your barley, your rye, but it would also include rice, corn, etc., which sounds pretty harmless. However, in today's world, a lot of these grains and seeds, or grasses, if you will, actually are stripped of a lot of what makes them. Okay, so their bran and the germ get stripped away from them. And then they're utilized in all these gluten-free products as a great, safe alternative. But ultimately what happens is they cause major, spikes in blood sugar, which creates lots of inflammation and can also increase the need for insulin. Gluten-free does not equal healthy, right? And part of it's because of this spike of blood sugar and whatever else happens in the system that creates more inflammation and more demand on the body than if you just ate the gluten-containing products themselves. Ultimately, those spikes end up causing fat storage and a whole slew of other things that start to be detrimental to your health. So if somebody goes grain-free, they're just simply avoiding all grains. They're not consuming any kinds of wheats or pastas or breads that have been made with any of the grains that I have shared with you, whether they're gluten-containing grains or they're other grains that don't contain gluten altogether. So if you remove them, that's what grain-free actually is. Now, before I get into the most common misconception about going grain-free, I just want to take a moment and remind you to click that subscribe button right down below, turn the notifications on, and give me a big like while you're at it. I am regularly producing videos for you about improving gut health, brain health, immune health, you name it, anything to help you be able to take back control of your health so you can achieve what I like to call total body mastery. So again, just click that subscribe button down below, turn the notifications on, and give me a big thumbs up. Thank you for your support. Okay, what is this misconception that people have around going grain-free? The most common one is that, well, that's probably something people need to do if they have severe digestive problems like irritable bowel syndrome, or maybe they're celiac. Maybe they found they had issues in the digestive system with eating the gluten-free options that were out there. And that is not further from the truth, okay? Part of what you need to understand is grains in general, whether they contain gluten or they don't, they're really good at promoting inflammation in the body. Now, I know that's not what we've been taught. We've been taught that they're healthy, they are nutritious, they should be part of every single meal. We get lots of good nutrients out of our whole grains. But what they're not telling you is the rest of the story. We were not designed to eat grains at every single meal. It's way too many carbohydrates. Carbohydrates from grains are actually more stressful on the body than carbohydrates from sugar. Let me repeat that. Carbohydrates from grains are more stressful for you and on your body than the carbohydrates that you get from eating sugar. You see, what they have in common is they're really good at creating inflammation. Now, inflammation is the root cause of all disease and illnesses, which is why going grain-free is a great idea for people who have digestive problems. But it should not be limited to only people who have digestive problems. Because if inflammation causes all forms of disease and illness, then one of the best things we want to do to stay healthy and avoid disease and illness is to reduce our inflammation. And when it comes to food, as I said, grains and sugars are really good at causing inflammation. And I'm curious, did you have that misunderstanding also? Let me know your thoughts. If you've tried going grain-free before, let me know down in the comments below. I love hearing from you. Now, what is the only effortless strategy for going grain-free if you feel like this is something you want to try? I keep it very simple for you, okay? It's easy. Only shop in the perimeter of the grocery store, except for the oils and fats section. When you start getting into the aisles, you start getting into murky territory, okay? Things that are packaged for you, like grains and gluten, that you're going to spend a lot of time reading ingredients. So the easiest way to do this is to eat foods the way they occur in nature. Well, when you go shopping, you find all of those out in the perimeter, right? Minus the bakery section. Okay, avoid the bakery section, and you've done a great job avoiding grains. But death comes to us by the aisles, is what I always say, minus the fats in the oils section, okay? So shop in the perimeter. Eat food the way it occurs in nature. And then what I like to say when it comes to like, what are we eating? We're eating fats, we're eating proteins, and we're eating carbohydrates that come from vegetables, okay? Vegetables that grow above the ground are ideal. Those we want to eat in liberal amounts. The ones that grow beneath the ground, maybe only have a couple of times a week. Fruits, limit those. Even though they're chock full of all kinds of great nutrients, they're chock full of sugar also. And even though it's naturally occurring sugar, it's still sugar, and it will still challenge our health the same way that sugar itself and grains do. So if you enjoy fruit, limit it to one serving. Actually, know you're serving one serving of fruit a day. Then eat high amounts of all those good healthy fats, and then eat moderate amounts of proteins that come from clean, unadulterated sources, right? Those animals should be out in nature and being raised the way that God intended them to live on this planet, all right? Now, if you're sitting there going like, holy cow, I don't even know what to eat, I don't know what this looks like, then I have a visual for you. All you need to do is go right below this video to the description. Scroll down, look for the link that says, Eat Your Way to Better Brain Health. Because guess what? When you avoid grains, you're setting yourself up for amazing brain health. And when you eat for brain health, it improves your digestive system and it improves your cardiovascular system. Like, it is the ideal way to eat. So find that description and there's a link right below it. Click the link, tell me where to send you that meal plan, which contains all your recipes, your grocery list, and a meal plan if you want to follow it. That's super easy to implement, won't have you slaving away in a kitchen every single day, and you will be well on your way. And I guarantee you, within a week, you'll notice a difference by eating this way. I appreciate you being here. I hope today was informative, and I can't wait to see you on a future episode. God bless.